Hey guys, my name is Simio, and welcome to another episode of Sunday Mailbox. This is a video series where you, the viewer, can submit your gaming-related questions, and then I will give my humble opinion on them. To get the formalities out of the way real quick, if you would like to submit your own question that could be featured in an upcoming episode, you can do so by leaving a comment down below, or by sending me a Facebook and Twitter message. The first question for that comes from Aaron, and it is, what do you think about an attacking operator in Rainbow Six Siege that has an attack dog? You would not believe how often I receive this question. Like, I am always blown away by how many people like the idea of adding in a canine unit into Rainbow Six Siege. The question that I have is, though, how would you implement this, or how would it function in a video game? Yeah, it sounds cool conceptually. Yes, there are canine units all over the place. Dogs are used in the police force, but how would that have an impact on the gameplay? I feel like there's only a couple of ways that you can add it on in. One way is that it's just simply an attack dog. You sick it on the enemy. Maybe if you know the enemy is in a room, you can press a button, and then your dog will all of a sudden run into the room, cause a distraction, do damage, or try to attack them and kill them, and then you can rush in behind and maybe take them out. The issue that I have with this is that it adds in a random AI component into a multiplayer game that is completely devoid of that right now. If you kill someone in Rainbow Six Siege, it's because you outplayed them in that moment. You may have gotten lucky. It could have been a random headshot, it could have been a grenade, but you're the one that killed it. It wasn't an AI auto sentry like we see in Overwatch or in Team Fortress 2. It was because of your skill or your luck that you were successful in winning that firefight. You add in a canine unit into the mix, and that muddies the water a bit. You also have to consider, how good is their AI going to be? Is it going to run into a room and all of a sudden just attack the first person that it sees and kill them outright? Because that would be incredibly frustrating to fight against something like that. Even if it didn't outright kill you immediately, having an automatic dog charge at you, if you're not paying attention and it just gets a quick kill on you, that's gonna feel very cheap when you're on the receiving end. If the dog is terrible and it doesn't really know what it's doing because their AI isn't all that good, and it just runs around the room like a maniac until it dies because it can't decide on who to attack, then that's gonna be frustrating for the person who is using the dog. And so I feel like it just adds in too many random variables. Some people might bring up, oh, well, why not just allow the person to control the dog themselves like Twitch's bot? But then I have to ask the question, like, what kind of game are we turning this into? And also, wouldn't that just completely devoid the functionality of Twitch's drone? And so all in all, I'm not really too keen on this idea. There's a lot of other reasons why I don't like the idea, because, like, how effective would a dog really be in a situation like this? We're playing a video game. We're gonna have the accuracy of our controller, of our mouse and keyboard. A dog charges on in. I don't think we're gonna have that much difficult shooting at it, so it probably wouldn't even be that effective. Or if it was very difficult to fight, it would just be annoying to fight against. There's a lot of things that I don't like about the idea, and so let me know your guys' thoughts. I am only one person, I only have my opinion, and so if there is a way that you think they could add in a canine unit that would be well balanced, that wouldn't be annoying, and would be appropriate to Rainbow Six Siege, let me know down below in the comments. The next question comes from Juan, and it is, do you think the Call of Duty Infinite Warfare trailer deserves that many dislikes? I'm sure there was a bit of a bandwagon effect. I have a feeling there were some people out there that simply disliked the trailer because it seemed like that's what everyone was doing and they wanted to see how far that they could take it. But I also believe that it's an indication of kind of the dissatisfaction that a lot of the gaming community has for the direction of Call of Duty. That said though, I have a hard time really caring about this number unless it actually means something when the game releases. For a long time now, the cool thing to do online has been to rip into the Call of Duty franchise. I'm not saying that everyone that bashes COD is trying to be cool. There are clearly people out there that have grievances with this game and the direction that Activision has taken with it. Like, I'm not trying to lessen those concerns and those grievances, but there are also a lot of people out there that will rip into COD and then when it releases, they'll buy the game. This is the biggest selling first-person shooter franchise out there right now. And while it kind of has dipped, Black Ops 3, I believe, was their biggest selling game to date. Like, it's still doing incredibly well. And so unless this dislike bar actually is an indication that they're going to be selling fewer copies, I just have a hard time caring. We see this every single year. Even the Black Ops 3 initial reveal trailer had a lot of dislikes. It was nowhere near as much as Infinite Warfare by any stretch of the imagination. Like, this is the epitome of it, but even Black Ops 3, which I think was a fairly good game, even that had a lot of dislikes on it compared to other trailers that have been released. And so I realize I've kind of deviated from your question here. I have a hard time caring about this dislike bar. If everything stays the same like it has in the past, they're still gonna sell millions and millions of copies, they're gonna make an assload of money, and so unless people are gonna finally vote with their wallet and say enough is enough, I just have a hard time caring anymore. The next question is, as someone who hates how long it takes to unlock weapons and customization in Battlefield 4, do you think that DICE will make any changes to speed up the process in Battlefield 1? The more and more that I played Battlefield 4, the more I realized that while I love the variety that their unlock system provided on the battlefield, it gave you a lot of options, I didn't like the fact that it took an insane amount of time just to be able to get all the customization that you want for every single one of the weapons. If I wanted to mix it up after I just unlocked a new gun, or if I just wanted to use a new weapon in general that I haven't tried out before, I have to go through the extensive process of unlocking all of its attachments. That could take hours and hours on end. And while I know that some people really like this type of system, it gives them something to fight after, it gives them something to strive for, I'm not trying to knock that, but it seems excessive that after I put in 1,000 hours into Battlefield 4, you would think that I have every single one of the attachments, and that's just simply not true. And so I'm kind of hoping for in the next Battlefield game is the option, like what we've done with Hardline or what they've done in other first-person shooters, is allow you to get some sort of currency that you can then use to unlock the weapons and the attachments that you so desire. If I get a shiny new weapon, it would be nice if I could just slap on my favorite scope immediately. I don't have to do the grind. As long as I have the currency available, I can buy my favorite scope and slap it on my gun. That way I don't have to go through the process of getting 100 kills with the setup that I'm just not comfortable with, or I just don't find all that desirable. The only reason why many people use the iron sights in Battlefield 4, I know there are some exceptions, but the main reason why a lot of people are using the iron sights is because they simply just haven't gotten the unlock for anything else. As soon as they get the red dot sight, they slap that thing on. As soon as they start to get the coyote scope or their favorite one, they're gonna put that on immediately because that's what they're searching for. And while I know that some people out there are gonna disagree with me on this one, I think for most players, changing it at least slightly so that you have more options and you have more flexibility would be a step in the right direction. And so long story short, I absolutely agree with you. Hopefully they're gonna be making some small, subtle changes in the next Battlefield so that it isn't as ridiculous. But yeah guys, that is about it for today's Sunday Mailbox. I hope you enjoyed. As always, if you would like to submit your own question that could be featured in an upcoming episode, you can do so by leaving a comment down below or by sending me a Facebook and Twitter message. But until tomorrow guys, have a good one and take it easy.